leaving the door open, or
There is no door.
What the fuck?
There is no door.
I'm smoking.
I wish there was. But there isn't. Welcome back to the fourth, I believe, installment of KAGEMAN'S Korner. Don't quote me on that because it may or may not be the fourth, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the fourth. I'm back again today with my big brother. We're going to try some beers. We're going to let y'all know what we think about it. We're just going to chop it up. Hopefully you enjoy it. I don't know what we starting off with. What are we starting off with?
This is a sour from Burial. Name of it's Here Comes Your Ghost Again. It's a barrel-aged dark sour ale with cherries, orange zest, lemon zest, lime zest, cinnamon, coriander, nutmeg, and vanilla bean.
I think my favorite part of it is the nutmeg and vanilla bean. So hopefully it all ties together because that was a lot. I'm not gonna.
I definitely get the lime. The cherries are very, very tart. But I expected this one to be a little bit more tart.
I think I'm getting like orange zest and cherry.
I'm getting orange later. Off the front, it's definitely lime and a little bit of vanilla for me. And yeah.
I can definitely see the hint of lime. I didn't get the vanilla off the first one.
I think the vanilla is more of an aroma.
I definitely got a little bit of cinnamon in that one.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. I'm not gonna lie, smoother than I thought it would be. I thought it would be.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what coriander is, so I can't tell you if I can taste it or not.
I ain't gonna cap to you. I was just gonna let that one ride. But it's not bad. I was expecting it to be like an IPA just because it was darker, but it's not that bad.
Nope. Yeah, this gets its color straight from the cherries.
Okay.
They did one a couple months ago. It was brighter, but it was another cherry-based one.
Just so y'all can see that motherfucker. That's what we drinking. But yeah, it's actually pretty good. Oh. So tell me about yourself, man. Are you're born and raised here, right?
I was born in Lexington. I've lived in Richmond until I was 6 or 7.
You did?
Yeah, because I used Granddad's address to go to Tate's Creek when I was in elementary school to start with.
That's right. Didn't y'all live in like an apartment or something at one point in time?
We lived in a duplex.
Okay. I remember coming to y'all's crib, but it was like I had to like go through this hallway or some shit.
Been in Lexington since. Yeah, you had to go into the middle, and then it split into the 2 duplexes.
Okay.
I mean, school-wise, we went to school together for last part of middle school and high school.
I'm just glad I wasn't Jeremy's little brother. I'm glad that wasn't me, because Reagan was definitely Jeremy's little sister.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what much there is to tell.
Dude, you live in an extravagant life.
I don't know about that. I still live with my mom.
I still live with my dad, so I don't know if that really counts. But dude, you own like hella knives, bro. You're like a gun expert. You're a weaponsmith. In my eyes, anyway. You have he's had like 30 reptiles over the years. This man, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't fuck with snakes or none of that. Like, he got me touching snakes. Like, here we went to that reptile show. That was pretty dope.
Snakes are a learned fear. Like,
that's real.
From a young age, I grew up watching Steve Irwin in the Discovery Channel and Animal Planet and all that.
Yeah.
But a lot of people grow up watching all these other shows that paint snakes. I mean, even like growing up early, everything that's serpent related is portrayed as evil.
Yeah.
So
that's real.
It's a learned fear that a lot of people don't ever get over. But if you can, they're really cool.
I don't mind holding and touching snakes as long as they're not poisonous, because I don't mind getting bit. I mind getting poisoned though. That's my thing. That's my issue with it.
I don't even want to get bit, so we try to avoid it all.
That's real.
It's a respect.
Right. Yeah. I would like to try like another reptile again, because I definitely don't want no fucking dog. That's too much work for me. Then they're too needy. I don't need you all up under me 24/7.
Crested geckos, gargoyle geckos. I love my gargoyle gecko, and I actually found out she was a it's a she. I thought it was a boy. But when they're so small, you can't really tell what they are. But
Okay.
yeah, I walked in there and there's just an egg sitting in there. So I was like,
That's crazy. Did the egg hatch?
no, I don't have a male.
I didn't think about it like that. I just be thinking it's like asexual sometimes. I'd be like, okay.
My mom has morning geckos though, and they just, I can't remember what the word for it is. Parthenogenesis is how they reproduce. So
You gotta explain that to me, yeah.
they clone themselves. They lay eggs, and it's just their DNA.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I was thinking like they were like cut off a finger or something and then
No.
like clone.
No.
Like what?
No.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Yeah, this is definitely interesting. I kind of get like a ginger vibe off of it. Like
I can see that with the vanilla bean and the cinnamon.
I feel like it's the coriander.
Could be, but I don't know what coriander is.
Oh shit. How much did this one cost?
I don't pay attention.
Okay, because
I think they're probably like $5 or $6 a bottle.
that's not bad. But this man has been known to spend like $30 on one bottle of beer. Like
20. Don't up it.
20. Still, I don't know. I would like to taste it if it's good. He's brought some shit over here. He brought a beer over here that had like glitter in it one time. That shit was
Unicorn Farts by
that shit was
Duke
fire.
Law. Yeah.
That shit was fire. Unicorn fart. I drink a unicorn fart all day. Quote me on it. Nah, for real.
Yeah. I've had that one a couple times. I got my favorite one of all time here. It's gonna be the last one.
Okay.
It's a cherry Fandango by Toppling Goliath. It tastes like cherry pie in a can with the crust.
It's the one I've been waiting to try. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I'm excited now.
Yeah.
Say no more.
It's probably one of the only sweet ones that's at the top. Like I like some sweet beers for the most part, but like stuff like this is like my normal.
Okay.
That IPAs. Every now and then I'll drink a stout, but I can't do stouts all the time. It's too heavy.
Yeah, I feel that.
Back when I like to party and get drunk, yeah, I'll drink a stout and be done for the night.
Type shit. Yeah, when I'm partying, it don't matter if I'm trying to get fucked up. I damn near drink whatever. But
Big ass money stout by Evil Twin. 17.2% alcohol. Lights out.
I can only drink one of those probably.
I'd drink one of those and spend the rest of the night drinking something light and be smooth.
I hope so. You definitely needed a water after that. Something. 17. Damn it.
You can smell the alcohol when you open the can.
I don't know if I want to drink a beer that's strong. If I'm going for that, I might as well drink a shot of Jack or something. You feel me?
Yeah, but see, I don't stop at a shot. That's what gets me in trouble.
I feel it.
So
I feel that. When I went to Tennessee, I brought back it was peanut butter and jelly moonshine.
How was it?
That shit was fire, bro. I'm not gonna cap it. It tasted like you was drinking peanut butter and jelly. It blew my mind.
I got the pickle moonshine. Not bad, but I like pickles.
I can't knock it till I try it, but I don't know.
They had what was it? It's like a strawberry milkshake? Yeah, it's dangerous.
That sounds fire.
Dangerous.
I believe it. That sounds fire.
But the consistency of that plus the alcohol, like I can't do it very long. I don't think I could drink enough to get drunk because like how thick it is.
For real?
Yeah.
Okay. So
But like a shot or two.
Get you right.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question. I don't know if I should save it till we get a few more beers. I feel like your response might be better. Fuck it. Your first time hunting, how was that, bro? Like after you like killed the animal, what was your reaction?
I don't know if I can really remember my first time hunting. I mean, I was in the woods. I was young. Probably squirrel hunting, honestly.
Okay.
I mean, it's a rush because it's an achievement.
Right.
But there's a respect for the animal at the same time.
Right.
I've made bad shots. I'll admit to it. Felt like shit.
Must say nobody's perfect.
So, I mean, hunters are portrayed in a bad light a lot of the times, but just because what you see on TV doesn't align with what you feel is right.
Right.
There's other people out there that don't agree with those people on TV either.
That's for sure. Like,
so
excuse me. Like we said in one of our last videos, like it's really all just opinion based. We're all different people for a reason. We're all gonna have different views. Like you can't make everybody happy with whatever you do. So
yeah,
that's just life in general. But
first big deer I killed, made a terrible shot. Can't say it was 100% my fault, but it was also my fault for not checking my equipment.
Okay.
But I had a scope mount that was loose and it threw my shot off to the back, and he went down and I was able to finish him. But like I said, I felt awful. Like I was excited to start with, and then when I realized like I've never gone from like the highest high to like just my stomach falling
type shit.
Yeah.
Okay. One thing that I say I'm kind of mad that I didn't try before I went vegetarian is deer jerky, because it still sounds like an amazing idea to me.
I think deer jerky is good, but I feel like people like blow it out.
Okay.
Like, make it better than what it actually is.
Type shit.
Like it's 10 times better than beef jerky.
That's good enough to me.
But there's better stuff out there.
Okay. I can see that. And I don't know, I'm kind of torn because like I'm pretty set in being vegetarian, but like I'd want to travel one day and shit, and like I want to try cuisines and shit. You feel me? And like,
I mean, I understand. Like I get what you're saying about your set and being vegetarian. Like you want to stick to that, be disciplined and stuff like that.
Right.
But you gotta live too. I mean,
right.
When in Rome.
Type shit. You feel me?
I mean,
I say I at least go pescatarian. You feel me?
Yeah, chicken and fish. I mean, that's
shit.
A lot of people survive on that. So
that's real.
And I feel like I know the red meat is like a health thing for a lot of people, and some people it's also like a ethics thing.
Type shit.
I don't know where you.
It's kind of both for me, just as far as like health, definitely. But I was actually, it was after my OD. I was like reading the Bible, and there was a line that said, "All food is good, but you shouldn't eat anything that harmed another." And I couldn't like put it together, but then I feel like it was talking about like animals, because they have like emotions and stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like it's part ethics and part health for me now.
I can understand that.
So that's kind of where I'm at.
So, I mean, just if you can, if it's within you and you want to break it. Don't worry about what other people think about it. Just do it.
No, that's real.
But if not, then enjoy your time. There's other people in the world that live off bugs and
shit like that. I mean, there's a cheese that's like literally made because like maggots eat it and shit it out. Mm-hmm. And like it sounds weird, but to me it also kind of sounds interesting. Like I would try it, but I would probably cringe while trying it type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. When we went to, I want to say it was when we went to Puerto Rico. We were in the airport in New Jersey. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And we stopped at one of the booths and they had freeze-dried mealworms.
Okay.
And they had them dusted in like this hot stuff. Swear to God, they tasted like the best hot Cheetos you've ever had.
They look-y sound good. I can't bullshit you.
I'm like this little 10-year-old kid like getting these just to gross out my grandmother. And next thing I know, it's like, damn, these are actually good.
Type shit. One thing I probably never try is like a cockroach or something. I can't go that low.
It depends on what kind.
Chocolate covered?
No, I'm not talking. I mean,
oh, what kind? Oh, okay, I was about to say what?
like different. Like you have cockroaches that live in your houses and eat whatever, and then you've got cockroaches outside that eat leaves all year. So
that's real.
And plant material and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna go out and pick one up, toss it back. But
type shit. Nah, I can't.
Saute it up a little bit. I might take a bite. Shit, I try everything once.
That's what I used to say until...
Most of the time I say I try everything twice, and...
type shit.
If I know the second time, I know the second time.
That's real shit. I feel like try it twice would be more accurate, just because you try it once, it's like one time. But if you try it twice, then you either know or you don't. Because you could try something one time and it'd be awesome, but try it again and it'd be nasty type shit.
Yeah. So, I mean, you can keep an open mind.
That's real. I still want to go to Tokyo.
I want to go to a lot of places. I feel like most of the places I want to go are like in like Southeast Asia and stuff. Like,
for real?
I don't like the ocean, but everywhere around the ocean is like places like I want to go.
Type shit.
Like, what is it? Rajan Pot, which is like the two kings or whatever.
Okay.
Out there in the ocean, like you go down there, you can swim with manta rays, and like they're huge, and it's like
That's crazy.
they have all sorts of stuff on the island, like different animals that you would never see.
Type shit. Yeah.
Like stuff you wouldn't even see in like a zoo or something. Like
Right.
just because it might not seem like that big wow factor. Like it's not a big albino Burmese python, but
Right.
like
It's still something
if
different.
you're into that stuff, it's something that you would
Worth
see there.
seeing. No, there's a lot of shit in the world that I think just people just don't think about just because we're so tuned into like TV and shit. But like, there's like billions of species of everything on this motherfucker.
I mean,
so it's
we're
like
finding stuff every day still.
type shit. Like we ain't even. They say we haven't discovered 100% of the ocean. I know they've been down there, but nigga, that shit's crazy.
What do you think they found? They're not telling us about.
Plenty of shit. That's why they want to get off this motherfucker. You know, NASA, when they first founded NASA, it was originally to explore the ocean, and they obviously seen some shit down there. And ever since, they've been trying to get off this motherfucker, dog. What did y'all see down there? Quit bullshitting. How far apart are we?
What do you mean?
Like age-wise?
A year, 2 months, 10 days.
How the fuck?
No, a year. Yeah, a year, 2 months, 10 days.
I guess I'm the only one that don't know. Hey, I'm not gonna cap. That last week was pretty good because I guess everything settles to the bottom.
A little bit. I made sure to roll them before I came because if not, last ones I had from them, like there was like quarter size, like cherry sediment and stuff like that.
Okay.
Because they're not filtered.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So like you get a filtered beer and it's like, I don't know. You almost have to like have the same two next to each other to like see the difference between the two. But when you get like two of the same style, like they're washed down. Like you don't get all the body of it and all that stuff. So
got you. You probably be like a. I'm sure they got a word for it, but like a beer sommelier. No, for real.
I mean, I don't know. Beer is so subjective. Like there's things like my buddies love stouts and porters. I can't stand them.
Okay.
Like a very few. Like I might drink 2 or 3 a year tops.
Okay.
And 90% of the other stuff I drink is pilsners, IPAs, like blonde ales, wheat beers, stuff like that.
Okay. If I'm being honest, I don't know if I know what a stout is.
A stout and a porter are both dark, heavy beers.
Okay.
Like Guinness.
Okay.
So something like that.
Got you.
It's like they usually have high alcohol content. They're usually very heavy in like coffee and like dark chocolate flavors and stuff like that. Now, when they're done right, they can be amazing.
Type shit.
But like I said, I don't usually do the sweet beers. But when I do a stout, I'd rather have a sweet stout than anything else.
No, I definitely fuck with the coffee beers, bro. That, like I keep saying, that fucking Lethal Weapon from Mirror Twin, that shit.
That's a brown ale.
Okay.
So it's kind of it's a darker ale that's got a little bit of those hints that you would get from something like a stout, those coffee and dark chocolate hints, but it's a lot lighter.
Okay.
Because what does that lead? I think that Lethal Weapon's like around 5 or 6% alcohol. It's like not super heavy or anything like that. And
right.
Like the beer itself, like the body is not, it's pretty smooth and light.
Yeah, it's not bad. The only time I've ever had it was at fucking Malibu Jack's had it on tap.
I got you.
So I was like, okay, bet. Because she was like naming off the names of the beers. I was like, fuck it, give me a Lethal Weapon. I'm trying to get fucked up. For real. And we drank that shit, and I was like, oh shit, this is different. Like, I wasn't expecting it to be like a coffee beer. So I was like, okay.
I need to get you on Untapped.
Type shit.
Untapped is you go in there, you rate all your beers, see what other people rate them. So you pull up and you're like, I don't know any of the stuff on this list or whatever. Pull them up, see which one you want to try.
Type shit. I remember you telling me about this a few months back.
You know another one?
Sure. Let's get it cracking. Bit. 18.
Volume 18.
Raspberry, banana, graham cracker, vanilla slushy sour. This sounds good as fuck.
So I have not tried this one yet, but my buddy who I split beer with has tried it. He said it's his least favorite out of the lineup.
What?
But at the same time, it's like this is number 18, and everyone before this has been over a 4 out of 5. So it's
okay.
you hit number 18, you get that leeway to
fuck up and type shit. That's crazy. Ooh, nigga.
Raspberry. Yeah, I definitely smell the raspberry, the vanilla, and the vanilla in some of these.
That motherfucking graham cracker in this motherfucker. Hitting. This motherfucker's hard. I ain't gonna lie. His friend is tripping.
Yeah. I haven't tried this one yet. Yeah.
This motherfucker's hitting, dog. I ain't gonna bullshit you.
I was worried about the banana because the last banana one I had was not it.
Okay.
But it was also stout, so.
No, this motherfucker's hitting. Raspberry banana graham cracker. Is this a Mirror Twin? No?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a Mirror Twin.
Yeah, they're Sour Reflections
Don't
lines.
sleep on Mirror Twin.
They're Sour Reflections lines. Nothing better.
Type shit.
I mean, I might be biased, but I'm going to stick to it.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Yeah, this is hard. I ain't gonna lie to you. This might be my second favorite off at Lethal Weapon. I'm not gonna bullshit you. This might be my second favorite.
Did you have the limeade that they did?
I don't think so.
I don't remember if I brought that one over or not. That one, boy.
I believe it.
Tastes just like a strawberry limeade from Sonic.
Okay.
Or cherry limeade. Yeah. Tastes like you're sitting there sipping on some limes and cherry pieces out of the can.
I'm gonna have to tap into that one. I'm not gonna cap. I was.
They run it and it's gone. That one was a while ago.
Damn it! Hate to see it. Nah, but that.
I mean, they might run it again, but I don't know. I feel like I don't want to say I fall for the limited claim, but it's like getting to experience something that you won't get to experience again.
Right.
It's like I want to try it. If it's something that I like, something that I fuck with, company that I like, they run something, I want to try it.
Type shit. So
if I don't like it, if it's beer, I mean, you don't like it. Like you go on with your day.
That's real.
If it's something, it's like, hey, this shirt didn't fit right.
That's
try it on, put it back in the package, and sell it.
That's valid. I never thought that looked good.
You just move on from stuff like that.
Excuse me. Shit.
And stuff like that doesn't lose value.
I saw a post the other day of a butcher that said like they'll get like cancerous cuts of meat and like some people will like just cut out that part and still sell it. And I'm like, bro, what? What are they doing?
To be fair.
What's up?
I'm going to say I've been in those classes where they actually do teach people to go on and work in the FDA and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. It's not how it works. No.
Okay.
Once that stuff gets passed on, like once it gets cut and they see it, it's out. Okay. Usually the whole animal's out. Okay. And I know which post you're talking about. That wasn't cancer. That was an abscess.
I know. I was looking at it. I was like,
they saw an abscess like that.
It's like, is it cancer?
If they saw an abscess like that, that either that half of that animal, depending on where it came from, okay, or that entire animal is gone. Okay. So I mean, there's waste product from the meat industry. That's why things are still expensive. It's like not everything that goes in there gets passed through. Not everything that goes in there gets prime graded. Okay. That's why you pay a premium for prime.
Type shit.
So it's like, I can't remember what the percentages were on prime versus choice and stuff like that. But it's like people bitch about prices on stuff, and it's like you can get select.
Type shit.
It's like it's not gonna be great,
bro. So
learn how to cook.
It fucked me up. So I bought this. It was like a $5. It was like a $5 thing of garlic powder, and it's decent. But it don't taste the same as the $1 garlic powder. I'm like, bro, how is it worse when it's more expensive, bro? I'm like, it must be the chemicals or something in that motherfucker. I don't know, bro.
Hey, sometimes the stuff they add to it that's not supposed to be there is what makes it good.
Type shit. That's what I'm saying. That's why it had me fucked up. I was literally sitting there looking at them like side to side, like, what the fuck? I must be a junkie off the poor one. Nah, for real, bro. Keep it a buck. Definitely changed my perspective. Yeah, I'm a lightweight nowadays. I'm low-key feeling good off of these.
Oh, I was after the first one.
No, for real. I was like, okay, I hope it's not just me. I'm like, shit.
I mean, the first one was 8%. This was
8%?
I think so.
Nah.
Was it 6?
Yeah.
No, it was 6. I've got a bunch at the house. I can't keep up with them anymore.
This one's 6.2.
I sound like an alcoholic.
He is. He's alcoholic.
I drink like 2 beers a week at most. No. Whiskey.
Yes.
Whiskey gets me in trouble.
I can't fuck with whiskey like that. I can't. Me personally. Is Jack Daniels is whiskey, or they have a whiskey?
Yeah, they're whiskey. I mean, so bourbon is whiskey, but whiskey isn't bourbon. So if you're confused about it, it's like bourbon has specific requirements on what has to be in it to make it bourbon. Like it has to be like 50 or 51% corn and stuff like that. It has to be virgin oak barrels. It has to be aged in those and stuff like that. It's one of my capstone classes. What our project was on.
Okay.
I can't remember what all the requirements were, but anyways, so it's like you can make bourbon, and it's still a whiskey. It's like a square is a rectangle, but a rectangle.
I see what you're saying. Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It's like it meets all the requirements to be this, but this doesn't meet all the requirements to be that.
That's real.
Dude, I've had so many beers at this point. It's like it's hard to keep up with, and I'm not even like compared to like some of my friends and stuff. Like one of them's got over 1,000 that he's checked into. 1,000 unique ones that he's checked into. I've got like 260.
Okay, damn, that's crazy.
But that's in like the last. How old am I? 3 years? 2 years? 2 years?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been at least 2-3-ish years, at least since you started putting me on the beer.
It's been right about this time 2 years ago.
Okay.
It's like right after I turned 21, going on 22.
Okay. That's
so. Because that's
No, I'm not gonna cap. It's been fucking me up. Like people ask me my age, I'm like, yeah, I'm 23. Because in my mind, I still feel 21. So I'm like,
Bro, I was 21 when I started working at the gun counter, and this lady's like, you don't look like you're old enough to work back here. I was like, well, I'm 19. And I was like, fuck, sorry, I'm 21.
Type shit, bro. I'm like, bro, what? And then like a lot of people think I'm older than what I am, so it's kind of like.
Bro, and then I work with a bunch of like when I was working afternoons because I was in class. I was working with a bunch of high schoolers, and like I guess they thought I was in high school, but I just went to a different high school.
Okay.
And they were like, "How old are you?" I was like, 24. They're like, "Fuck, you're old." I was like, "Damn." I'm like, "You're 18." It's like we're not that far apart.
Bro, that's right. It's like
you'll be right here where I am, and you won't even realize it.
Yeah, but it's weird how like shit like at work, like when you're younger, you think like, oh, 21, that's so old, but it's like it's not, bro. It's crazy.
At the same time, like it feels like that time went by super quick, but when like you think back on it, it feels like and you like really like dig into your memories, it's like, man, that was yesterday, like
type shit.
But at the same time, it's like that was forever. It was like that was yesterday, but that was forever ago. Like,
right.
I don't know how to explain it in a way that
it's like. I know what you're trying to say, but it's like a lot of people say life is short, and I can't, and that's real. Life does go by quick, but if you think about it, like life is long. Like I'm 23, and I feel like I've lived a hell of a life, but there's people out there that's 80. That's like 4 lifetimes of me that have been living. So it's like I can't fathom what it's gonna be like to be 80. You know what I'm saying? Like the things that you go through and see and experience is crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Life. Say the least, life doesn't cease to surprise or amaze me. Like I've been through some shit to be 23 type shit. So I don't know. Plus thinking about where I am now versus where I've been, it's like almost 2 different people. Mm-hmm. So it's crazy.
I can see the changes.
Appreciate you.
I ain't changing for shit.
Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is.
But I see where you're going with things. I see the changes you've made, see the growth that you've achieved, and I'd say I'm proud of you.
Hey, I appreciate that, bro. Cause for real, like some days, like I'll beat myself up just cause like I don't feel like I'm where I want to be, but like compared to where I've been, you know what I'm saying? Like I gotta give myself leeway and like feel me, cause I've come a long way. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll be the first one to tell you I've had my doubts in you sometimes. Back in the beginning, but I've seen you grow, and I've seen you progress to the point where like you're doing good shit.
Appreciate you.
And I see what you're trying to do now. I didn't see the vision.
Okay.
But I see that now, so it's like I'm behind you.
Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate that. For real, not for real. I appreciate that. For real, I love you, bro.
A little drunk now.
Same. No cap. But no, for real, I appreciate that. No, I bought a hoodie from Chris. He's the owner of Life's Journey.
Yeah.
But it says like on this journey, like a lot of people aren't gonna see the vision until you make them see the vision type shit. And that's like a lot of what it is for real. So that's
I can understand that. So I don't know if you want to get into this on here.
What's up?
Are you religious now? Because I know I feel like you strayed away from it for a little bit, but I never knew.
I don't
like,
know if
where
I
you
could
stood.
say I was ever religious. Definitely spiritual. Like I've always believed in a higher power.
Okay.
Not necessarily like in the past could I say was it Jesus or da 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 da. But I've always believed there was something more than me. Like there's no way I could think
I
that.
struggled with that for a long time. It's like I want to believe there's something, but at the same time, everything that I presented, I have questions about that nobody can answer.
One of my things about that, because I always have questions. Knowledge is infinite, so you're always gonna have questions no matter where you're at. But just in my personal experience and things that I've personally experienced, there's no way that I could not think that there's something more than me. Like especially just at least with my OD, like there's a lot of stuff that I can't even quantify in words that I've experienced. That's like it can't just be this shit. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's another way to like think about it is like what you experience versus what I've experienced versus what Joe Blow across the world has experienced shapes what you believe in.
Right.
It's like I don't know. I feel like I was raised Baptist.
Okay.
But the biggest thing that like stuck with me was like don't judge people. It's like that's not your job to do. It's like just be a decent human being.
Valid.
But at the same time, being a mixed kid, growing up around a bunch of white people, you get those funny looks all the time.
I could see that, yeah.
And that like starts eating away at what you believe in. It's like if these people really believe in this man, and this is what he's teaching them, they're not following it. Why am I following it?
That's one of the. I think that's one of the biggest controversies as far as being Christian, because like people say, Christians are always want to say I'm this and I'm that, but they're like one of the most judgmental people, or one of the most like.
There's that section of them out there that definitely are, but there's like, I don't know. There's good and bad in everything.
Right.
There's those great people out there that open arms, like they don't care what you look like, who you are, where you come from,
Valid, yeah.
what you believe in. You're human, they love you, type deal.
As it should be, yeah.
But then there's those other people that it's like every little thing, and I mean I've fallen for it too. I've fallen into judging people, but based on like how they dress, whatnot. It's like
right, like nobody's perfect. Like everybody has their like things, you know what I'm saying? So
how people carry themselves, stuff like that, but. I don't know, like growing up around that really shapes you when you're the person that stands out.
Right.
So, I don't know. That kind of pushed me away from it.
I could see that, and I've kind of heard like similar things from Ray, like her growing up biracial, and she said that she like never really fit in with like either crowd because she was like too black for the white kids, but too white for the black kids.
I'm gonna
shit.
say
So it's
at
like,
a certain point, you have to let it quit bothering you. And I feel like some people grow up and it eats at them always.
Okay.
Like they don't let it go. But hell, my college admission, my scholarship essay was written about growing up mixed, figuring out it's like, hey, I'm not this, I'm not that, I'm me.
Right.
So it's like you have to get to that point where it's like I don't care what you think, because you grow up being mixed. Black people tell you you're too white. White people ought to just look at your skin tone and tell you.
I can see that, yeah.
Go on about your business. So it's like you have to get to the point where you accept yourself for who you are. You build people around you that love you and treat you with respect for who you are.
Right.
Type deal. So you don't dwell on that negativity because it just eats at you.
I feel like it's a life lesson just for people in general, like as far as just caring what other people think too much, because I was there at one point in time, especially with
I mean, I still deal with it. Like you never grow out of it, but you still you have to build onto it.
Right.
You have to continue to be who you are, because you'll never be happy if you're somebody who is just doing it to please somebody else.
Type shit. You're trying to put on the front, yeah. Because I've been there too, like 2019, 2020. I felt like it was who I should be just from where I came from or what I wanted to chase type shit.
I
But
can see it in your music.
You feel me?
Yeah, I can see it in your style. What you're doing is like the last stuff that you dropped. It's like I see the different styles that you drop. I see the evolution of the artist that you want to be, who you are, and stuff like that.
Thank you.
That's what I get. Tell me, did I or did I not give you an honest review of your music before?
You did,
if I did not like it, or if I did like it.
That's valid. Yeah, he did give me an honest review. Okay.
It's like I don't care if you're my brother, if you're somebody I don't know down the streets, asking me, hand me a mixtape, tell me how this is. I'm gonna tell you how it is.
Nah, that's how I would want to be. I wouldn't want you to give me like if it's trash, let me know it's trash.
I told
type
you on
shit.
this
You
last
feel
album.
me?
I told you which songs I fucked with, which songs I didn't.
Valid.
So it's like I see where you're going, and that's another thing about the music. Like, even the ones I didn't like, I understood there was a crowd out there that would like that.
Right, and like for me putting it out, it was kind of like I don't necessarily have a word, but like there were certain songs on it that like I fucked with, but like didn't necessarily know how it would translate. That people were like, okay, yeah, I really fuck with it. Like the Elevated one, I think it was one of the ones that you said you maybe least liked. It was
It was like this second or fourth song maybe,
yeah.
somewhere between second and fourth song
like,
of the album.
That one I was like really vulnerable on, just from a personal standpoint. So like I thought it was a good song, but
yeah,
like for me it wasn't one that I would expect people to like really fuck with. But I guess just because I was so vulnerable on it, people could relate to it. So a lot of people were like, yeah, that one's the one type shit.
That was one of them that I didn't like necessarily the delivery on it.
Yeah,
but I like the story behind it.
Appreciate you.
So
yeah.
like I said, I can see. Like, it's not something I bump every day. You know what I listen to,
yeah.
like that type deal. But I listen to everything on top of that.
Right.
But it's not something I bump every day, but I understand that crowd out there that would relate to us. Like, we didn't grow up in the same household.
Right.
My story is not your story is not my story.
Valid, yeah.
So, like, I understand it. I get it. I can appreciate it. And I'll give it to you like it is.
Type shit, yeah. That's all I can really ask for, bro.
That's with everybody. It's like if you're making a life choice and you want to clue me into it, like, well, my opinion, I'm gonna give it to you like it. If you don't like it, you don't have to like it. But if you ask me, I'm gonna tell you.
Right.
If you don't ask me, I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Type shit.
It's like
I was listening to this song. I can't think of who the song's by right at this moment. But there's a bar that's like niggas getting mad at me, like, for giving them the truth that they asked for. And I'm like, you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ask me a question you don't want the real answer. You feel me? Like, don't do that shit.
That's what I was. A lot of people is like, if we're not like that, I ask you, like, you want the truth or you want me to lie to you?
Right.
Like, I can tell you what you want to hear.
Type shit.
But if you want me to tell you what I think, don't take it to heart.
Right. And that's real. Like, I can't say it no better than myself, for real. That's real.
Like, listen to me, but don't let it hurt your feelings.
Right. Because at the end of the day, what I've got to say is it's 9 times out of 10, if I'm giving it to you real, it's going to be constructive. It's going to be something that you can work on that's only going to help you grow. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say nothing to just bash you or belittle you or beat you down. Type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not going to say it's trash and then just walk away.
Right. I'm
going to say, this is trash. This is where you need to fix.
Type shit.
It's like, I see the base that you have. Now build on it.
Right.
So
pretty much. Because, like, in my opinion, like, how they say practice makes perfect. I don't think practice makes perfect because, like, we're not perfect beings, so how could we get perfect? But practice does make better. Like, the more you do something, the better you're going to get at it. So
part of me understands that, and part of me understands that for certain applications. Certain applications, practice doesn't make perfect. But certain applications, you have to change stuff up, and practicing means that you're repeating stuff.
That's valid, yeah.
So I don't really understand a way to say that.
I know what you meant. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? But another thing is, like, I grew up playing football.
Right.
Everybody said perfect practice makes perfect. That's something that's repetitive, that you start, you learn, and you build on.
Type shit.
So, like, you have to continue to do everything to where you're able to do it with your eyes closed.
Right, kind of like how they say.
That's not how the creative world works.
Like how they say you play like you practice type shit.
You want to try the last beer?
Of course.
You need me to go get glasses?
You can.
Okay, I just didn't know if you want to.
It don't matter to me.
Okay.
All right, this is the one I've been waiting for. I hope I can believe the hype. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I've been sitting on this for a minute. It's been in my refrigerator for like 2 months.
Say no more. We better get to it. What did you say this one's called?
Cherry Fandango.
Cherry Fandango. Yeah, that shit look good.
by Toppling Goliath Brewery.
It made me think of that song Fandango by DJ Quick. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Can I see the camera quick?
They're in Iowa, I think. It's the only reason I'd ever want to go to Iowa.
Pouring as seductively red hue. Crusted cherry pie. This kettle sour treat is both tart and sweet. Okay, and they rhyming on the can. No pits about it. Just a cherry on top, bottom, and middle. Yeah, we about to get to it.
It's not super strong, but it's super sweet, super good.
What's the alcohol percentage on it?
I don't think it's like 6 or something like that.
Okay.
Pretty basic. It smells sour. God damn. Was I lying?
You were not lying. Hold on, let me try it one more time. It's definitely very cherry.
You get cinnamon.
I do get a hint of cinnamon. I wanted like there to be like a crust kind of flavor, but I don't get too much of a crust flavor.
It's in there.
Okay.
I promise you it's in there.
It might just be because my palate's a little tainted.
Yeah. I can see that.
No, that's pretty good. That's different.
When I get stuff in that's like supposed to be like super good, I will literally drink something and go brush my teeth in between. It's like I want the full effect.
Type shit. If I was to brush my teeth, I'd have to wait like 20 minutes for the toothpaste to wear off.
Especially with like IPAs, it'd be like brushing your teeth and drinking orange juice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not a good
No, it's pretty good. Honestly, though, if I had to pick a favorite out of these, I had to go with this one, bro.
I'm surprised.
Okay,
like that, don't get me wrong, that was good. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have saved it for last. Maybe I should have opened it up.
What do you mean? This one?
Yeah.
Oh, type shit. And like go from there type shit. I feel what you're saying.
Because it is also a little bit warmer. And I can't say that when it's cooler, it is sweeter. But it kind of gets more bready as it warms up.
Okay. Nah, and honestly, I just say that just because I was really fucking with the graham cracker flavor.
Graham cracker what did surprise me in that.
Okay.
Because I don't think they've done a graham cracker in one of their sour reflections yet.
Okay. But no, it was... And not to say that this one's not bad, because this one's still pretty good, but if I had to choose between the two, like if I was like, yeah, let me get another one.
1, 2, 3.
Type shit, yeah.
I understand.
But you know, it's pretty good. So you said Goliath, and what did you say? Didn't the other one start with like a B?
Toppling Goliath, Mirror Twin, and Burial.
Okay. Piggybacking off what you said like a lot of people want to give opinions on shit that they don't know about. Like that's like a lot of the world. Like
the internet is probably one of the worst things that's ever happened in modern history.
Type shit. Have you heard
like
of?
It's at one end of the spectrum, it's the greatest thing that's happened, and one end of the spectrum, it's the worst thing ever.
And that's like it's a tool. Like it depends on whose hand you put it in. That's valid.
The fact that I can get better fact-checked information from meme pages than I can from CNN or Fox News. I don't watch mainstream news.
Same. Cause my thing about with mainstream news and shit, like all news channels are owned by like the same 3 companies. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna tell us what they want us to. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna throw names out there, but you know who it is.
Type shit,
you
bro.
You know who it is. You know what his Twitter feed says and who he's banking for. So.
Type shit.
Yeah. The news, the internet. I mean, it's. I don't really like getting into that conspiracy theory that it's all a divisive tool for people to like divide people, but it is. I mean, even if it's not, people use it for that.
And even if it's not even on a divisional maybe standard is the word I'm looking for, but like just as far as like the information that they want us to know or things that they want us to see, that's what it's for, bro. And like
but the way I look at things, I'm very like middle of the road. Like I don't care what you do. Let me do mine. Let me do my thing.
Type shit.
My freedoms don't stop where your fears begin. Type deal.
Type shit, bro. Like I was
like the more you push and like hey, you have to agree with me. Hey, you have to agree with me.
Right.
Like, I don't care.
Fella, and like I was like I
don't have to change my Facebook profile picture to say that I agree with you. It's like I don't care.
Type
it's
shit.
Like you do you. I care about you as a human. But your problems are not my problems, and my problems are not your problems.
Type
We have
shit.
to solve our own problems at a certain point.
And like, let me begin by saying like everybody's feelings are valid, and like everybody, you know what I'm saying, should get their own equal respect. But my thing is like, just because your reality is this way and you want to live your life this way, don't mean I can't live my life this way. Like just because I got to give you respect, you should also have to give me respect, regardless of what the topic or issue is. You know what I'm saying? So
we are brothers, and your reality is not mine.
Type
Same
shit.
as mine is not yours.
Period. Yeah.
We grew up in, like, we might have a common bond, somebody that we share blood with, and share blood with each other, but the way you grew up is not the way that I grew up. My reality is not your reality.
Valid. And I feel like that's what a lot of the social media or powers that be are trying to do. They're trying to like lump everybody into this one thing when that's just not what the world is. We're, like I keep saying, we're all different people for a reason. Like, period, bro.
And I feel like the more people push, like, I'm glad you went vegan. I see the changes that you made in your body, like the way you feel, the way you express yourself, all that stuff.
Appreciate
or
you.
not vegan, vegetarian. Sorry.
Thank you.
I'll make that.
No, everybody says that, but they're like, so you're vegan now? I'm like, no, I'm vegetarian. Like, oh my goodness.
But if you came at me and you every day, hey, when are you going vegetarian? I need you to go vegetarian. It's like, I need every day, like you hound. At a certain point, I'm not going to listen to what you say. Whether it be positive, whether it be negative, whether it be something that could really impact my life in a positive way. And I feel like that's why like the stereotypical like negative vegan concept comes from that one, or I won't say one,
but that stereotype.
That small percentage of them that do fit that stereotype.
Right.
And that goes for everything. Everybody has something they feel strongly about, but you have to realize that not everybody feels that way. But in trying to get them to understand your message and how you feel, you have to take into
like account.
Yeah, you have to take into account like where they're coming from, because the viewpoint, like everybody says the grass is greener on the other side. The viewpoint of that, like you have to realize that they might be looking at their other neighbor, not yours.
Right.
So to convince them to turn around,
I say the grass is always greener where you haven't grazed, but I can't say it's always greener on the other side. You know what I'm saying?
But you can't always, by just yelling at them, throwing shit at them, you can't get them to turn around and look at what you're trying to say.
Valid. Like I feel like a big part of trying to make a difference, trying to make a change, is just leading by example. Like everybody's not gonna be on that wave, but if people see the progress, if people see what you're doing and it's working, then maybe they'll be like, maybe, you know what I'm saying? And like you don't really have to say too much. And I think one of my biggest things on that, because like I've heard a lot of people say that, like I'm glad you're not one of those vegetarians just like, oh my god, the animals are I'm like, that's just not me. That's never me. Like at one point in time I was eating meat and I know what it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I could never shame somebody else for that shit. It's just my personal life decisions and stuff that I wanted to do. So you know what I'm saying?
And it's the same way as like I eat meat, I raise cows. I'm not gonna tell you like, hey, support this industry. It's like, you don't want to, if you don't want to put your money there, don't put your money there. If you don't want to support this, and I can't make you do something you don't want to do. Same way that you can't make me do something that I don't want to do. If I could live off farm raised meat, like we've raised chickens, we've raised pigs, we've raised cows, I would do it. I would never buy anything from the grocery store.
Type shit, bro.
So, and you can tell the difference in the quality. I wish I could cook two steaks up for you right next to each other and like just show you the difference between the two.
I believe it. No.
And the chicken, depending on what you feed them, they taste different.
But even like with the eggs too, like depending on what you feed them, yeah.
I always told my granddad he was full of shit because he said brown eggs taste different, which is not. They don't.
Not really, no.
But the neighbor down they quit raising chickens because they didn't want to deal with them. I quit killing them, which was kind of my job, and I just got tired of doing it. Like, it didn't bother me morally or anything. I just got tired of doing it.
Okay.
But the neighbor down the road raises chickens, and they were giving my grandparents eggs, and they are awful. Okay. I don't know what they're feeding them, but they are absolutely awful. I cannot stand them. So my grandmother goes and buys eggs from the store now. I was like,
okay. I don't know if I've ever had an egg that I could be like, oh no, that shit tastes.
No, it's. I cannot describe it, but like it's just it. When you bite into it, it's almost like you just like opened a trash bag and just dumped it in your mouth. Like I cannot. I don't know what is like throwing it off
type shit.
Because it smells fine.
Okay.
And then you bite into it and it's just. Yeah.
In my experiences, chickens just aren't like I used to like collect eggs and like chickens don't smell good. Like
the conditions that chickens are kept in are very indicative of how they taste, how they smell,
okay,
and how the finished product.
Right.
I mean, that goes for everything. Like I was telling you with the pigs, the way they're raised is how the finished product is.
Valid.
And if you've seen, this is one of the things that I might not agree with as far as how poultry is raised. But there's really no way to produce it on a global scale to feed the world in a better way that is, I mean, everybody has to make money.
Right.
I mean, in the perfect world, money would be a thing.
Type shit. Honestly, that was one of my biggest things coming off the OD. Just as far as like, I don't know, have you heard of like 5D consciousness and shit like that?
Briefly, but I don't really understand any of it.
Well, apparently, just like a brief breakdown, like there's 1D, 2D, 3D, like 2D is paper, 3D is us, and then 5D is pretty much what comes next. But it's pretty much people believe, or like masses believe, or the woke consciousness believes that everything is transitioning from 3D to 5D. And in my experience with it, 5D is like the spirit world. 4D is
that like the space-time continuum and stuff?
4D is more like time, so like time linear shit like that, and 5D is more like consciousness.
I got you. You caught me up.
Yeah, but anyway, in my experience with 5D, it's more so like dream states and spirit worlds and shit like that. Not to say that 3D won't be, because I used to think like, oh, so there's no more 3D, but obviously it's 5 dimensions, so there's still gonna be 3 dimensions in the shit. Yeah. Damn, where was I going? I got off on a tangent. Not for real.
I was gonna say, if there's a dream state, my dreams are fucked up.
It definitely depends on what you feed your subconscious. Like I've noticed, as far as like what I watch on TV or things I'm thinking about.
Bro, that's why I'm sitting here dreaming like I'm in The Walking Dead or something. And
type shit. Like it definitely depends on what you feed your mind. That's one of the reasons why I don't really watch too many scary movies anymore, just because it fucks with my conscience so bad, just coming off the OD. But that's just my personal thing. Damn, I don't remember where I was gonna go with that shit. Fucking alcohol, bro.
Yeah.
No, for real.
That was a good little bit.
No, for real. That was
glad I didn't bring any more.
Type shit. Because I was trying to get him to go get some more so we could like review more. But nah, that was smooth. But shit.
Yeah, I don't know where you're going.
I don't remember where I was going. I had a point. I might come back and like rewatch it.
If it hits you, stop me. Say I got it.
Type shit. So. But nah, that's that.
But yeah, if money wasn't a thing, the world would be perfect and nobody would have any problems.
Type shit.
But it's like you have to pick and choose those battles, and those battles aren't always moral in the ending.
We've been going for almost 2 hours.
Damn. So
I'm gonna have to cut this off eventually because I know y'all don't want to just sit here and watch 2 hours of this shit.
If you like it, we might do a part 2.
We might do a part 2.
We might get another beer review. I'll bring some good stuff. We might bring some more. We might have a fun time, just start giggling and
most definitely, bro, like we always do.
Yeah.
But thank y'all for tuning in to this one. It's been KAGEMAN'S Korner again. We'll definitely see you next time. Peace.